Yesterday, someone on my TikTok live asked me if I didn't think it was cruel to keep disabled dogs. Well, no. Why would I? I've got 3 disabled dogs and they were all found in some shape or form surviving. So Bambi here is a paraplegic who was found as a puppy with a broken back, fending for himself on the streets of Romania. And I have my wonderful Maz, my 2-legged dog from Afghanistan, who survived for 2 years with extremely damaged legs and turns out a broken neck and a broken back. And he was surviving, fending for himself. And then there's my blind dog Inca, who was found as a 2-week-old puppy in a river with her head on a piece of wood trying to stay afloat. They all survived. And they all live a really good quality of life. Now, your quality of life is not defined by how many limbs you have or whether you have eyes or you're deaf, or it's defined by something else. Yes, of course, that comes into play, but there's no reason that a dog who is missing a limb or has a broken back or doesn't have any eyes can't live a full quality of life. And so I said to this person, go and have a look on my profile and have a look at some of my videos and then tell me whether you think my dogs are missing out. So I am aware of some disabled dogs that don't get to go out, they just stay in the house. And yes, I don't think that's good at all. I think that's a waste. But then I also know some able-bodied dogs as well who, you know, just stay in the house and don't go out, and they're not a breed that's suited to that, like border collies and things like that. And it's the same with humans. You know, why is someone with a disability not deserving of a good quality of life? Why? So I think it's a real shame if people write disabled dogs off. And a few years ago, Noel Fitzpatrick, yes, the super vet, he actually turned around to some owners and said, oh, if the cat's incontinent, they'll have no quality of life. Why? Of course they will. If you make them have a quality of life, if you do your best to make sure they have a quality of life, there's no reason they can't. Noel Fitzpatrick and his team never responded to any of my tags, Instagram posts or anything like that, asking for them to explain the situation and to showcase the fact that, you know, my disabled dogs and my blind cat, as I had at the time, were all having a really good time and a good quality of life. So please don't write a dog off just because they're disabled. I actually don't really like to call my dogs disabled because as far as I'm concerned, they're just normal dogs. But obviously disabled is a label that people understand. And so I do use that term. But they're every inch a part of my whole family of dogs. I've got 3 dogs that are able-bodied and 3 that have got bits that don't work or are missing. And we go on walks together. We go to the beach together. They go up and down sand dunes. I've even got one of my dogs on wheels and in my stroller up the top of Glastonbury Tor. So, you know, my dogs and us, we all have a really, really good time. If you want to know more about disabled dogs, drop some questions below. But don't be put off by the term disability. There's no reason that they can't have a good quality of life. So do I think it's cruel to keep a dog disabled? No, I don't. What I do think is cruel is to keep a dog without any quality of life. And that is regardless of their physical characteristics.